Here's the speed ads that are fried. We didn't have a 27 millimeter.
Yeah, it's lemonade. You want to sip?
How big these things are. Learned which side the axles go on yesterday.
I'll talk with upper management.
I guess it couldn't be any worse than what the Ford employee did.
Came over from Charlotte this morning. It was a real nice ride at altitude. Expect the same going back towards Charlotte today. Kind of weather at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Last hour they had winds out of northeast about 10 miles an hour, good visibility. Scattered clouds, 63 degrees. Once again, welcome aboard. We'll have you underway shortly.
Be over there. Like, all right, guys, here you go. Breakfast, fried chicken. Lunch, fried chicken. Dinner, chicken nuggets that are fried.
It's double fried chicken.
Double fried.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you
so much.
So there's plenty to choose from, but I just had this sense that there's chicken somewhere around us.
You smell chicken.
Oh, Bojangles! Huh. Stop me from my my chicken. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Right, hey, I want to look at the menu. You don't need to look at the menu.
Look, I have decisions to make. Okay, I want to get this sandwich right here.
Yeah,
It's kind of a specialty.
it's probably a chicken sandwich telling you. It's either gonna be grilled or fried.
So anyways, buffalo chicken sandwich. What are you getting? You getting something that gives you bubble guts?
Probably.
In a tiny airplane.
Yes, do you have nothing but blue cheese, please?
Do you have it by the bucket?
Like 5 gallons blue cheese.
Yeah.
Just eating spoonfuls of it.
All right. So that's what I want. Buffalo chicken sandwich with some tots.
Yours is working?
Yeah.
Dude, why does technology hate me today?
Tots. +1.
All right.
No, wait. No, that's 2. Okay, wait.
Let me go back in. Mine's being fucking... You know what? Who do you have for...
Verizon.
I have AT&T, and they're letting me down again. AT&T, you watching this? You bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
I pay too damn much not have signal.
Houston Speed Hacks. We're going to this guy remotely, mobile, across the country to weld his intercooler, right? Houston Speed Hacks. Anyways, so we got, man. So Race Car Side Hustle has significantly progressed and advanced into a new level, multiple levels, because
this is a side hustle for me. This is my day job.
Yeah, this is how you pay your mortgage, but for me it's Race Car Side Hustle, and it's like, it was a thing where it's like, cool, Brian, we're installing exhaust in the driveway. Use the speed ads. We're doing lowering springs. Now I get a phone call. Hey Ryan, use the speed ads. Use the speed ads. I need you to take off of like your main job, like Thursday and Friday. Yeah, don't stop asking too many questions. I needed to make sure that you're not on a no-fly list, and then you're going to you're coming with me to the hills of West Virginia to go build a 2025 Ford Explorer. When you bribe me with candy and all of a sudden I get stuffed into a tube, you force me into the middle seat.
Yeah.
And here we are. I don't know what country we're in.
It smells like barbecue.
I'm looking around.
Everybody's really friendly.
Everybody's really friendly. There's tons of barbecue. We walked past 2 fried chicken restaurants that you said no.
Let's walk past one.
No, there was a second one.
You saw it?
We're installing a lot on this thing, and we have 2 days for install. Or we planned for 2 days to install. Basically, we're gonna get there tonight. I don't think we're gonna get to our hotel tonight. Yeah, because we're getting in our Best Western. It was real weird. The hotel was by the hour, but but we have a hotel, Best Western, and we need to hustle tomorrow. And we're gonna show up early. We're gonna work late. We're gonna hopefully get 85% of this thing built, and then that way the next day, Saturday, it's just going to be fine-tuning of fitment and getting things right, getting things all together, troubleshooting something if something pops up. But for the most part, everything's very straightforward. I don't think we've ever had, we don't have check engine light issues with our intakes. We haven't had issues with sensors on intercoolers. Adam from ZFG is on point with tuning. Fuel systems, we've
I think this
learned
is
a lot from.
I think this is the first 2025 with a fuel system. I could be wrong.
First 25.
I don't know if anybody has done one yet. So I'm going to take the title. First 2025.
Does he have 85 in the area?
Yeah, he says at every gas station almost. So West Virginia's good for something.
Yeah.
I say that because I'm from Texas. I'm never been to West Virginia, guys. So if you're up front, don't kill me, all right? I mean, obviously they still like to go fast as fuck. So that's why we're going up here.
Speed is a language spoken everywhere.
Yep.
Apparently. So
America.
now we just need to get some food in us. We ordered some burgers from Whiskey River.
Yep.
I've eaten here before. Pretty good.
This is the place I'm used to right here.
Jeez. Who booked these seats, man?
I don't know, dude. I'm at the fire. I'm going to leave off. I'll talk with upper management. Should have brought a drag.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. How are you? Yeah.
Right, Jay?
Yeah.
There's check bags. Oh, badge claim area this way.
Really?
I don't know. Baggage claim. Shit, I don't know. Where's your bags? All right, finally made it to West Virginia in the shop. This is actually, I guess, the day 2, because the first day we traveled, we did show up that night, last night, and the car's already, Travis is already hustling on it. The car was already lifted up on all floors on these ramps, so that was super helpful. We decided to pull off the bumper. As you guys know, it takes us like 15 minutes to pull these things off. So there's the shutters, there's the bumper, some ducting, crash bar, intake over there, headlights safely. Remember, these are like 1,800 bucks a pop, so you want to keep those safe and not scratched up. We got all the parts, we have all our tools, we have parts, we have catch can, JXB Insert, diff brace, there's some hangers. Those are our hardware for us to take it apart, the good tools, the PB blaster, filters for the intake. We got a FennFab intake, JXB stuff. We have a FennFab coolant tank, all the couplers for the intakes. We have billet links, bought some spare clamps. This is the FennFab V2 intake, DSS axles, FennFab oil pan. We've got, looks like some Interceptor Shocks or something like that. Those help a lot whenever you want to really get after it. More stuff. CVFab Intercooler. We got a big brake kit. We got the HSF goodies, and then we've got over here in the corner. This is the exhaust we pulled off. So for the most part, these things are worthless if you do an exhaust, except for little end pieces. So if you have like a Ford Explorer and you want to just recoup a couple bucks, people who have higher mileage Ford Explorers, they buy these flex pipes because these newer ones are better designed and they don't rip as much. So if you do an exhaust on a Ford Explorer, just a helpful tip, hang on to these, list them on Facebook Marketplace. They usually get bought up because people with a higher mileage, they get ripped and things like that. So I'm going to get this thing on jack stands so we can pull the wheels off and we can get started, because the first thing we're going to do is oil pan because of the process of putting in a gasket and the Honda bond and things like that, so that it can cure and we can kind of refill this thing back up with oil and test it in a timely fashion. So then that means downpipes. Yeah, we're gonna do the downpipes, get them off. Turbo blankets, there's turbo blankets over there. We need to do turbo blankets. At some point we got to drain the tank of the 93. No, actually, wait, back up. I actually need to do 93 data logging, then go do an E85, or sorry, an E50 mix for E50 baseline, 93 baseline, and then we'll drain it all completely so we can do full E85 baseline for tuning with Adam at ZFG. So things, you know, this thing looks like it has 900 miles on it, I think. What we got here? 1080, like, so it should come apart fairly easily, especially the downpipes. So next thing is going to be to find tools and get started. So hopefully, ideally, we get the bulk of the work done today, and then tomorrow is just reassembly and working out any small kinks, data logging, and making sure everything's all finely tuned before we leave the next day. And it'll be fairly straightforward. It's just a lot. It's not just a lot, it's like, it's everything. So I think this is basically going to be a 25 version of Travis's Ford Explorer minus the wide body. So pretty cool. So let's see, where's my stuff? My energy drink. There. 315. Take the shop car because we didn't have a 27 millimeter socket, and we needed one, so had to make a Harbor Freight run, get a 27 millimeter socket. Now I'm headed back to the shop. Man, it is convenient having them to give us a little loaner vehicle to putt around. We can show up when we need to, we can stay as late as we need to, we can yeah, it's quite convenient. But and if you're watching this, huge appreciation to that. The hotel stay was pretty nice. So I mean, it's not the Ritz-Carlton, but it's definitely a nice stay. Clean facility. Breakfast, they don't have a chef cooking. Okay, it's your typical kind of like economical hotel food. So I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna follow Travis's lead, because we found a Sheets and Travis had that for breakfast. I think that's what it's gonna be for breakfast tomorrow for me as well. So making good progress right now. Shocks are done. We got the carrier bearing in, and so things are progressing nicely. Right now we're working on fuel system. I don't know how we got distracted from the oil pan. That needs to be first, or what we do first, because the oil pan needs to cure, and we really need to start data logging at least tomorrow. If we had enough time today, for it to cure and do all that mumbo jumbo, do the oil change, the coolant, and refill all that stuff, we probably would have started, the data logging tonight. So I'm gonna get Travis focused on doing that, and then I'm pretty much gonna be jumping on to the rear stuff, diff mount and bushings and inserts and bolts and axles, stuff like that. That's what I'm about to jump into. What else do we gotta do? And then of course we gotta tidy it up with like underplate, exhaust, and intake. That's it. Intercooler.
Hey, does the smaller ratcheting wrench have a smaller head?
8.
No, does it have a smaller head than that?
Oh,
I think I have it up there.
the ratchet.
I didn't bring mine. You brought yours.
You said the ratcheting wrench?
The
It was like right there. Down quick. All right, what are we doing? Because you're just sitting here.
I'm being.
You're just, you're just hanging out, not doing shit.
Is there a lock on this thing?
I don't know.
There we go. I'm putting in the oil pan gasket.
Okay.
I just found me a comfy chair to sit down in, and this beautiful baffled oil pan
FennFab.
from FennFab.
From FennFab.
Beautiful job, Brett. Beautiful job.
We like it. We like it. The customer likes that he doesn't have a pan that holds a puddle of oil. Now he's gonna hold a couple quarts.
Yep. So we're gonna measure. It's completely emptied. Factory's about 6.5 is what we recommend. We recommend 6.5 for like if you're tuning and launching. This should hold roughly 8 to 9. So we'll see.
So right now we got current product because right now I feel like we're doing really good. Yeah. I would say we're ahead of schedule of what we thought we would be, because looking at the time, it's like 10 o'clock on Friday.
stuff, yeah, it really helped.
Yeah. So this is all the cowl part, the intake. So we have this all done. So we got the new filter. Just need to basically, if you'd hurry up.
Shit, if you want, you can do the trans mount.
That's right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. I was like, you got it.
I'll get after that. But he's got basically all the direct injection off because we're doing the fuel system right now, and batteries disconnected because we had to take the parking brake off so that we can do the brakes and the axles. But when we do the brakes, you know, we got to do the axles, so we're going to do brakes while we get down in there to get the axles and all that good stuff. So that would be something else. I'll probably do that after I do the trans mount. But things are moving good. I guess we're not doing springs, so I don't.
Things are going real smooth.
I don't see springs. So springs is like
Nope,
springs is not hard but time consuming.
I think he wanted to keep his ride height a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think what else, because everything seems.
Which I'm having a strong feeling we might be making a second trip out here eventually.
I'm making a second trip to do the springs and the rest of the suspension. Yeah. So intercooler, waiting to kind of finish all that before we do the intercooler. Same with like intake and stuff. Anyways, all right, let's get after it. I got it.
Downpipe. Are they like 3.5? They're 3.
Three.
Went back on a lot of their laws and regulations, so I'm like, maybe now. But I think it's still too touchy of a subject for me to ask around. So I just
How's fuel install going?
smooth so far.
Good. Okay, so we got
No issues.
fuel rails off, pumps off. Now we need to get the new injectors in, or he just has stage 1?
Stage 2s.
Okay, so stage 2 kit, which is injectors, pump.
So there's 3 stages. Stage 1, 2, and 3. The injectors get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 1 is, so there's only one. Well, there's 2 high pressure pumps now. This was the original pump they had. Now they have a Goliath pump, which flows even more. But there's 3 stages of injectors: 1, 2, and 3. Stage 1 is 11% over factory. Stage 2 is 24% over factory, and then stage 3 is 96% over factory. So stage 3 is the big boy. You got plenty of room to grow. We actually ran out of high pressure fuel pump, which is why they came out with the Goliath pump.
Yeah.
But we're just doing the normal pump on here that Nostrum offers. He's not, I mean, he's going pretty balls to walls here, but we're not going all out race car. So I'm about to move the rails here.
He's not max effort.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Yeah. We got tape over the intake runner so we don't drop nothing in there. Very important.
Good progress too, by the
Yep.
way.
Great.
Further along than we thought we would be.
Yep.
Oil pan's on, bushings are in. Just need to do like end links, but we're gonna do the brakes. Then we got,
That's it, really.
yeah,
Then
axles
it's all-
go in.
That's all the intake piping and stuff. Yeah.
Right. We got pizza.
We're left-hand drive already.
Bake these things on. Fucking came off like butter too. Oh, that's what I needed. I needed a win, damn it. I said I needed a win.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. It's coming off. Oh yeah. Mazel tov. Progress update because I've been slacking. We've been focused on finishing, so let's go over what we got because we're about to call it a day. So obviously we have in links, we got big brakes on. Those are massive brakes. Check out the front. The fronts are huge. We got downpipes. Exhaust is not tight, so it's just kind of hanging there for the most part. We gotta put that back together. Then also, ooh, I forgot, we got axles in here. But for the most part, yeah, the pile of hardware and parts are pretty much gone. So, and we got the front end together. So we've got to put the front bumper on, but we got the CVFab Intercooler, FennFab Intake, HSF Strut Bar. Actually, I remember welding this one up. In fact, we have the fuel system in, ECU cover. We got a big mouth right there. So it's been pretty good. So tomorrow we're gonna probably finish the exhaust. We're going to bleed the brakes, put the front bumper back on, put the damn defouler on because I forgot the defowlers. Then finish up the exhaust, and it should be a fairly simple day. It should be a fairly simple day, straightforward day. I think we're going to finish on time. We got to accomplish what we were hoping for, to get 80% of the work done today, which we did, and pretty good. Pretty happy about it. Pretty happy about the progress. There were a couple hiccups. So one, I forgot to put the defowlers on the downpipes, but that's pretty easy to do because it's easy to access right there. We'll put those in. Next was the vacuum tee on FennFab's intake, we were tightening it down, and all of a sudden it just snapped. So one of the nipples snapped. But luckily, one of the guys here in the shop, they had a plastic welder. They welded it back up to us, plastic welded it back up for us, and we were able to reuse it, put it back on. Now it's all connected. The other mishap was the axles. So DSS, I think, mislabeled the axles. Like, they put a driver side label on a passenger side and a passenger side label on a driver side axle, and therefore we assembled them. I assembled them, and what ended up happening was they had to come off. Well, when I pulled them off, the axle within the boot had pulled out. So basically we had to take the boot off, reassemble the axle, put the boot back on, reinstall into the car. So a little bit of my bad on my part, but no broken parts. Parts are still good. Parts are installed, ready to rock and roll. So nothing to worry about there. I think that's pretty much it. That's it. We have the classic thermal to CVFab downpipe fitment, where basically we broke another exhaust expander because we need to expand the exhaust and for it to fit properly, and it doesn't fit properly. It's I don't know what it is, but anyways, for the most part, it was a pretty good day. God, that's the rear brakes, and they're just freaking, they're huge. Also, these calipers, I think they're looking at them, they're kind of like a Brembo knockoff, but they work exceptionally well. Saturday morning, rolling in. We now have today to start filling fluids into the car. We swapped spark plugs. We basically got all the engine mods done, and we've started reassembling kind of the front end. Let's see. Yesterday was draining. We, feel like we just got our butts kicked, but for the most part,
We did a majority of the work yesterday.
yeah. But yeah, so far things are going according to plan, but we had to hustle to make up for small setbacks. We learned a little bit through here. We learned which side the axles go on yesterday. We learned not to yank the axle by the axle end. We learned we don't need to install downpipes before we put turbo blankets on. We learned what else did we learn? We learned about how brittle Brett's from FennFab's vacuum tees are.
It's our fault.
Yeah, but it's not all his fault. We would like him to make a little bit more durable material, but I was trying to get it on with an electric power tool, and electric power tool zipped it up and then kind of torqued it over, and good old Travis was Gorilla Grip. He held on to it and it snapped it right off. So where that fitting was at the time, it was in his, sorry, that was a weird cut. Anyways, so now these brakes, again, looking at these brakes, they are nice. They're huge. They look like you'd find them on like a Lamborghini Urus. Like they're pretty big. So yeah, so game plan for today. All right, let's get the recap, or let's get the game plan set out, because game plan for today is first thing, drink down some vitamin water.
What's up, vitamin water sponsor us? I like vitamin water.
Yeah, we all got vitamin water.
The
Pomegranate,
acai, blueberry pomegranate. Yeah.
He's got his breakfast sandwich. He's crushing it. But first thing to do is I'm gonna get underneath it, get the downpipes off again, because like I said, we got to put turbo blankets on. Silly me. Also, not only that, I forgot to put these little defowlers, because these are These, they are catted downpipes, so EPA, calm down. They're just high flow downpipes. So I need to pull those off to put those O2 fittings on. Also, we need to put the turbo blanket on. Travis is going to be working on fluids because it needs coolant, it needs engine oil. By this time, the oil pan gasket should be pretty much cured and ready to rock and roll, sealed up. What else we got to get here? Then we're probably going to start tuning. He's probably going to, oh, diff brace. He's going to get in the back while I'm still probably working on downpipes, getting those finished and finalized and buttoned up and all that good stuff. Or we might swap around for him to do turbo blankets and I go back to do the diff brace and JXB insert and the bolt. And then right after that, we jump right into tuning. We got to do 93 data log. After we do 93 data log, get it tuned in, add them some ZFGs on standby for us, and then we got to drain the tank. We got to calculate some 93 into it and some E85 for his E50 tune, which, you know, I have my thoughts on ethanol mixes. I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like if you're going all E85, you just, why break out the lab coat at the gas station to do the mix? So, and then after we get the E50 dialed in, we will then basically do E85, full E85 on this Ford Explorer, because he does have the Nostrum fuel system. He's got the pump, he's got the injectors. It's gonna be good to go. So pretty much time to get after it. This thing's gonna scoot. This thing's gonna be pretty gnarly. You know, I'm excited for the customer. Again, also, I don't think I've said this in the video already. The guy, he gave us the shop loaner vehicle. Super generous of him to do it. He gave us a key so that we can get into the shop early. We could work late, and that's been super helpful. Very convenient for us. We can come and go as we please. He's been very accommodating. So again, you know, if he's watching the video, thank you. Much appreciated. And also for dinner, we had good times. He comes and hangs out. Good conversations, good people, and it's been a blast. You know, it doesn't feel like work. All right, we had some fun in here, so check this thing out. We fired this thing up earlier. I think it's gnarly. It's got a 632 big block Chevy, freaking 2.5 inch primaries. This thing is badass. Looks good. Basically, the guy, he was showing us some time slips. It runs pretty consistently, and whenever he lets off, it runs like a mid-8, which is no big deal. Now, Travis is probably doing customer service support while he's putting together brakes, because we're getting brakes put together. And these things with the brackets, they are a little funky, and they need to be put together in like a certain order. So we're trying to get that all figured out. Now, we also got the exhaust on. He opted for the black thermal tips.
The only thing left we have to do is really put the brakes together and bleed it.
Yeah, put the brakes together, bleed them.
We're gonna wait until it runs.
Yeah, because we need to make sure we have no leaks. So if an under tray's there, we might see the leak a little bit later than we probably would want to shut down and address it. But for the most part, the new oil pan. I'll show you that oil pan. Yeah, the new oil pan looks good under there. We're adding like, I think it's 2.5 inch quarts.
You know what's really good for getting like gasoline off your hands? Brake clean.
Oh, probably.
WD-40, really.
Ooh,
Look settling.
Look at the magic happen.
Yeah, it looks.
We'll let it sit there, but it's coming up to about 80. So we definitely have a classic mishap from Ford off the assembly line. And this is why I say it's off the assembly line, because when doing the brakes on this side, the brake lines required surgery, just like, you know, Dr. Ellisor is performing right now at the moment on that. It's scientific, experimental, not explaining what we're doing or how we're doing it, but On this side of the car, we had employee of the month putting these brakes on because everything went together perfectly. Like not an issue. We got the employee that's on a watch list put these brakes on. So just trying to get them all situated. We do have this one done. We're literally at the last one. Literally at the last one before like we finish this up, because we got the oil in there, we got coolant in there, we got brake pads all and everything, the exhaust is on, everything's looking good. We just need to bleed the brakes for us to kind of finish, and then that way we can data log for Adam and get this thing rolling. Finally, okay, so we have this front brake, we got that rear brake.
Wait, tell them that you doubted me for a second. Because I basically had to cut the first 2 layers of threads off.
Look, we all saw exactly what you had. You had a Dremel tool. Look, he didn't even pick it up. There it is. Dremel tool with the cutoff wheel, cutting, and who uses a Dremel tool to chase threads on a brake system?
It fucking worked though, right?
I guess it couldn't be any worse than what the Ford employee did.
Hey, my thread's actually threaded on.
Yeah. So topping off the fluid, because we definitely lost, and we got to bleed through on all 4 corners. Because this is a big 4-piston caliper, and this is a very large 8-piston caliper. So we got to displace a lot of fluid while we go do the bleed procedure. When we do the bleed procedure, we're just going to do it old school style. I'm going to get in the passenger seat, pump, 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 hold, while homeboy here is going to work the wrench at all the bleeders. We're going to make sure that we go through. And usually this is how we do these new brake systems, is we do it basically twice. So we're going to run through, we're going to make sure we get fluid throughout the caliper. When that's done in all 4 wheels, we go back again and bleed it again, because then it'll work out those very last few things, and it just confirms that there's not a leak that introduced air or leaked out fluid, or that we had proper amount, and then we can make sure the reservoir is also topped off. We still have the under tray off the car, because we're going to see after we crank this up that we're not going to leak any oil, we're not going to leak any coolant, we're not going to leak any more brake fluid.
Yeah, the big important thing.
The important things, the things that keep this thing turning and running and burning and churning all the way down the road. We got PIU shocks. Those are old stock ones. Those are axles. There's one of the boxes for that. I think for the most part we killed it with this one. It's got the classic, very popular choice, nothing wrong with this choice, black thermal exhaust tips. This thermal exhaust, in my opinion, sounds the best for these Ford Explorers. There are other options out there, and don't be afraid if you want to get another system. There is other options, but hush. So there's no other option out there that would ship as fast, sounds as good, and is easy to put together, with the exception of the CVFab downpipe fitment. I think we need to bully CVFab into correcting their downpipes, because it just, every single time they screw it up, or not screwed up. I think the batch that they have is just, I don't know. Every single one we have to go buy a $40 tool of a pipe expander to go break it while we try to expand it. It's not fun. It's not good. So we got tools started to be picked up, because we are kind of nearing the completion. We need to go ahead and get our tuning device set up and VCM scanner, getting ready for data logs as well for Adam, because we need to do 93 baseline, E50 baseline, and E85 baseline, so that we can have options for the gentleman, for this gentleman's vehicle for tuning. So I encourage him to run full E85 all the time, because that's what big boys do. Okay, big boys who run big power. So right now, we get you a little bitty winch.
It's at 11, but it's at my 10. That's why
Yeah.
I'm not trying to round nothing or make anything more difficult than.
Yeah, we don't need to buy bleeders and more tools. So here's the parts list, our parts pile, stock OEM stuff. You know, we got suffocating air intakes. We got, you know, downpipes that have a 90-degree bend, and it's been reinforced because it's not a good gradual flow out of the exhaust. So we get rid of those. By the way, these, I think that with the cats and stuff, you can sell them for like $100 each or something like that. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know, intercoolers on Ford Explorers are the same intercooler brick core that a Ford Focus uses, which is wild. And then we replaced the oil pan, sorry, oil cap, or whatever they call this thing, because this thing has no depth to it. Engine oil, you know, is all up in the motor. So when we add those oil pans, you're adding like 2.5 additional quarts of oil, and so you don't have oil starvation. You practically eliminate the oil slosh deal, and it's just all around better. We did our HSF Strut Brace, and you know what? I remember welding this one up personally. It was on a Thursday. Okay, it was good. It was primo, wonderful. Anyways, we got diff trans mount. We have end links. We have the diff brace. I think that's about it. And then of course we did the 85. We did the intake, charge pipes, and things like that. So now we're about to get started on bleeding brakes to go down our data log, so stay tuned. And one more thing, I'm sorry some of this is choppy. We do, you know, to stay on schedule to getting this completely built in 2 days, mind you. We did all this in 2 days. It's a lot of work for 2 days. And to stay on schedule, the video is choppy. This is not a tutorial of how to build a car in 2 days, okay? So
Oh, yeah, it is.
yeah, it is.
Better pay attention.
So the video, you know, bear with me. Video's a little choppy. I'm gonna definitely kind of show as much as I can. So we're bleeding brakes now?
Yeah.
Or is that lemonade?
Yeah, it's lemonade. You want to sip?
Pump. All right, Travis. So we got juice in the car. About to crank it up. Loading the tune.
Yeah. The TD and app's acting goofy like usual.
Yeah. Is it the building maybe?
I don't know.
We'll get it. We're right there. Brakes are nice and solid. Feel good. Feel like it's gonna stop on a dime. Now we just need to load the tune, crank the car, and then we'll finish button things up. Because we got the front bumper, we got everything assembled. We got to put the windshield wipers back on. We got to put the under trays on. But tuning first. Test out the brakes. Yeah. Alright, so
Flew all the way out to West Virginia.
yeah, we're running. Yeah. We flew out here, so we have brakes, diff bushing, diff JXB differential
Insert.
bush insert for the bushing.
There you go.
We have an AWR.
Spit it out.
Yeah, I know, big boy words. AWR diff brace.
All right, I got this.
Thermal
Thermal exhaust,
No, sorry.
CVFab downpipes. We got FennFab intake,
Yeah.
hot side charge pipe, cold side charge pipe with the tile blow valve.
That's right.
We have the HSF strut bar, the infamous. Everybody loves that bar. I do too.
The best one.
Maybe I'm biased.
The one that holds a Raptor.
Yeah, the one that supports a Floyd or a Raptor. And we got Rotora's beautiful brake kit on here. And we got Nostrum's fuel system. This is the first 2025 in the world that has a Nostrum fuel system. Now, I could be wrong. Somebody wants to prove me wrong? Prove me wrong.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, we also got
As of
FennFab Coolant
October 12th, I think.
Pop it, show off all the goodies.
Got the big mouth insert right there behind the grill.
Yeah.
FennFab intake, ST cover.
with his lip-in rack.
Yep. Ready to party. So we're gonna do now. Right now, we're going out for
Emblem City, black emblems. My favorite.
We've
emblem company.
always loved these.
Yeah.
Quality is the best with Emblem City.
It's the best, and the great thing is you can do custom colors too if you don't like the black.
Yes. You make custom colors.
They could even paint match them, which is amazing.
Yeah.
CVFab Intercooler tucked away back here.
In the black
Get those
coating.
shark fins down.
Stealth coat.
This thing's on 93, but we do have an E50 and a straight E85 tune that we got to actually dial in. So
We're about to go do
we're
the
about to get busy.
Yep. Yeah, we gotta go Dialogue 93. Then we gotta do the E50.
No,
and then
you're
the
supposed to
85.
cut
Oh, we're
it.
supposed to end that?
Right
No.
off there.
Yeah. Got a new revision from Adam. I think they had maybe some drivability to iron out on the 2-3 shift, and then just some simple updates. We checked trans, added a little bit of trans fluid, but everything seems to be in line, but just dialing it in. All right, so 93 data log's done, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's healthy.
It's good, it's healthy. Dark has come upon us. Those damn brake line hoses set us back.
Only on the driver's side.
Only
of the
on
vehicle.
driver's side, yeah. Those set us.
Passenger ones went together flawless.
That set us back like two hours. Oh no, it's dark. So yeah, so now we're headed to Harbor Freight because we got 93 data logging finished, finito, and now we need a fuel disconnection fitting so that we can disconnect the fitting off the fuel line. We're gonna load up Adam, our boy. Shout out to Adam. He's ironing out all our wrinkles.
The
for us.
wizard.
The wizard. He's been helping us out. He's on point. He's on standby helping us out. And
I hate this. Like, I can't see.
we're moving on.
There's Tony.
That's him. That's Tony. So we're moving on to
Be right back.
Yeah. We're moving on to tuning E85. Adam said he feels pretty confident. It's just going to be a pretty straightforward transition from 93 to E85. So
Yeah,
but
so
we're
he originally bought an E93, an E50, and an E85 tune, and his thought was if he's running an E85 and doesn't want to switch, he'll just go to an E50 tune. But I told him it's pretty pointless because you're running both extremes, right? Either full E85 or 93. It's almost a waste of time.
there's no
money,
situation you're
effort.
just gonna
It's so I told him, I was like, look, he'll kick it back, and then you just have the 93 and E85 tune.
yeah.
It'll simplify everything. So.
Yes. So, for the most part, we just need to do a E85, switcheroo with the fuel, and do a double check with the data log with Adam. We just need to toss some E85 in the tank with no dilution of 93, so that we can get the most accurate of reading and data logs and data for our boy Adam. Do you want to explain what we're doing right now?
So we got a quarter tank of 93 in here, and there's really no good way to siphon these. You can use HP tuners, but we need Adam's help for that to actually run the low pressure fuel pump. And since he's unavailable for 2 hours, this is what we're doing, is unplugging and plugging the battery in, which just basically primes the low pressure fuel pump to prime the high pressure to get ready to start. And so when I unplug it and plug it back in, you'll see it kick, and it kicks a little fuel. So we're trying to just drain what we can so we can put straight E85 in this monster. There's probably roughly 6 gallons in it, because I feel like there's always a gallon or two of buffer before it tells you it's empty.
Oh yeah.
But if we can get about 5 gallons out, we should be good just to stuff the rest of E85.
Right. Or run to the gas station to top it off.
Yeah.
Alright, so now they're out data logging for E85. The siphoning trick worked, and they were able to siphon out pretty much all of the fuel. They went over to a gas station that's like right around the corner, and they filled up with 19.8 gallons of E85 from the pump, which is pretty good because the gas tank holds 20.2. So did good on that. Now they're gonna go do data log, send it off to Adam, and he's gonna give us the go ahead, and then make any tune adjustments if needed from there on. And then we're probably gonna call it a night. So E85 was on point, no tune changes or
E80.
oh
E80,
yeah.
Tune change. It felt a little sluggish, but baseline. So we sent off the revision to Adam, or the data log to Adam. So hopefully we'll have one back in the morning, make it a little bit more spicy. The big brakes are doing the thing. It held 2,800 RPM on.
Yeah, those brakes are massive.
They're huge, yeah. Absolutely huge.
So then we'll see if he makes any changes, irons out any wrinkles.
Correct.
But for the most part, we got this thing buttoned up.
Yep.
And we did it, you know, on time, as we expected, just minor setbacks, which,
Yep.
did you account for that?
No. But that's also why I took another day. That's why we got here Thursday, so we could really dial in.
And leaving later. Yeah, so we
anything
had every chance to make corrections and fix
Because
things.
it's not like he's right down the street from me, so we want to make sure that we leave this thing running tip top.
And we've been told before where people come to us because the dealership or mechanic shop can't fix what we do or do what we do. So use the speed ads. Yeah. But everything's good. They went running around 93s on point.
It was ripping on 93. It was
spicy. Moving. So then 85
turned up,
probably is going to be Loctite maybe.
Yeah.
So, and then that means tomorrow we have a nice trip back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pretty good. All right, so let's go get some sleep. Oh, dude. So, all right, we just got in. We got the good stuff. Breakfast on the way. We're about to go. Oh well, shit. We don't have the tune, do we, to load it up?
No, it's on Tony's phone.
I gotcha.
I could probably have Adam send it to me.
Yeah. So
I forgot where the lights are.
it was over here. So this thing is an animal.
On 93, it felt impressive.
On 93.
Right
yeah.
now, it's on E80.
Yeah, they have.
But it's on revision 1.
They have
or not even on
flex
revision
fuel.
1. It's on baseline. So we have revision 1 ready, but it's on Tony's phone.
They have flex fuel over here. They don't have like a E85 thing, but it tests. I guess for flex fuel, testing for E80 isn't too bad.
No.
I know Adam has some a little bit of allowance for, you know, for covering that kind of a margin, but
Yeah.
negligible amount.
This thing's running phenomenal.
Shifts are nice and crispy,
Yep.
good, and yeah. Best part is customers happy, and we did this in 2 days, and our flight got delayed, so we're gonna leave later, and then we have to run to the next one.
Having a 3-hour layover, now we have like a 40.
I know, so we can like chill out, get dinner at the river whiskey.
We'll try somewhere else.
Probably going chicken.
Yeah, I mean,
Things are going well, so we're basically just wrapping up. Nothing else to do, nothing else to bolt up on this thing. It's ready to rock and roll. Pretty happy with how the weekend went almost according to plan. Some slight delays pushed us back, you know, of our expected timeline. We made sure that we allowed and accounted for a couple things to go wrong, kinda, not really, sorta. We just made sure that the amount of time that we needed, we had spare time to kind of fidget and troubleshoot and things like that. So what we got going for data log the latest revision of the E5.
yeah.
Gotcha. Good, perform well. Those things are awesome. Oh. Travis thought it was a funny idea to hit the like the what is it, hearing and visually impaired like ringer alarm in the hotel room. Scared the shit out of me while I was brushing my teeth. So we're gonna play a little trick on him, because he's gonna see this oil on the ground and think the oil pan's leaking. Oh yeah, that'll get him good. He'll freak out. He's like, "Bring out the tools!" And our plane leaves us today. That'll be good. Stand by.
Track the, what was it on the 3-point odd?
Yeah.
That's cool. I smell something. Smell it? We gotta jack it up. Let me check the dip in it.
Not good. No bueno.
Did y'all romp on it too good or what?
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, we did.
375. Oh wow. That's a dip mount.
Was our quarter mile, is that number relevant? Is that number good to look at?
Yeah, but I didn't really stay in it for the whole quarter.
Still got 1277 on the quarter mile.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
I did. Yeah, I'm trying to go for
I
off.
fucking hate you, dude.
Like just short of getting Travis rolling around in the dirt again to
It's almost ready to go under.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, that's for hitting the deaf and mute button
Oh, yeah.
while I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah, 'cause we're in that deaf room or whatever, and so like I found out, like I went down to get some orange juice this morning, and there's a button on the side of the door before you walk into the hotel room. If you push it, it'll ring like a fire alarm.
It looks like it's like a
Yeah,
fire
like
alarm.
attention.
It strobes the
And he's sitting there
light.
brushing his teeth. Like,
I'm sitting there
"What the
brushing my
fuck?"
teeth.
I heard him inside the room start freaking spazzing out.
Boy, oh boy. I'm tired.
He almost got frisked by the TSA. Tell him about that.
So what time is it?
We made it here with 10 minutes to spare.
What?
This fight takes off at 6:42. It's 6.
So fast.
Like 12 minutes. With, yeah.
The next flight would have been
We stopped and got a chicken sandwich.
The next
So
the next flight was at 9:30, and then we'll be home till midnight.
yeah.
Oh
But hey,
jeez,
we got a $600 flight credit.
and not bad.
No.
We gotta get our bags now.
Hey, that was a good trip though.
That was
Honestly.
that was a fun trip.
It was fun. They took great care of us.
Very
We got the
accommodating.
job done. The Explorer's running amazing.
They're super happy with
He
what we
was
did.
Super happy with it.
It runs great.
Yeah.
Like there's like, it's legit.
Off a foot brake, we ran a 3.70 to 60.
That's
on
pretty good.
Clutch fuel, it was about E80.
Adam, you need to unlock the trans brake. Okay, Get after it.
He's super happy.
HP tuners, we believe in you.
He's gonna go to the dyno with it. We're gonna see what it does. I think that's the first 125 with the flex fuel. I wish they had, with the system, an option system, I wish they had better fuel up there.
Yeah, they don't have fuel qualities.
Not the best.
Not the best.
But it's not terrible.
But it's not the worst.
Yeah. But it could be better.
But it could be better. So, guys, I'm gonna grab.
All right, guys, where are we flying out to next? Who needs help?
Who needs help?
No.
Who's the next
It's
one?
honestly easier if people bring it to us or ship it to us. Actually, we got a Explorer getting shipped in from Georgia tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's basically getting all the big stuff too.
All the big stuff.
No axles or fuel system, but we're tuning it, all the bolt-ons.
Is it getting an oil pan?
No oil pan.
Okay.
But some suspension stuff, goodies.
Well, that's
Definitely
gonna.
springs, sway bar,
Yeah.
intercooler pipes.
I can't wait to see a tag that they sifted through my tools.
Oh, they probably went through our
They probably went through all of our shit. They rearranged everything.
They probably took some.
They broke
I wanna wait
something.
to make sure it still was the same.
Yeah. Back in the garage. Back home. Back from our West Virginia trip. Was a total success. The customer is more than happy with the service that was delivered, and he's ecstatic. He wouldn't stop smiling after we went and did 93 data logging tunes and or data logging and tune adjustments on the 93 tune, because from then on, and then blew his mind how much faster the E85 tune was. So I'm happy that he finally got the whole package that he was looking for. I feel like we've went beyond his expectations for service and delivering and modifying his vehicle, and expectations of having such experts.
Use the speed axe.
Go over there, assemble his car, modify his car, tune his car, and get it rolling how it should be. How we think Ford should have had a performance SUV perform from the factory. But hey, that's why we're here. We will take care of those needs, and we will service the community who is looking for things like that. And for anyone else, I will say we are not opposed to flying out to modify the vehicle and take care of you at your location. But just understand, he paid for our way to go take care of this. Plus, he paid for our labor. He paid for, paid for everything. So just keep that in mind if you were to make the request for us to fly out to you. Our preference is that you ship the vehicle to us, and then we prep it, we modify it, we install everything, because we're at our garage where we have all of our tools at our fingertips to make something work, fix things. We have our suppliers local that we can go to make sure things are done and done well and proper. We have trusted shops where we can do transmission servicing. We can do alignments when we do suspension work, and for the most part, we feel that's probably the better way, and it's a little more economical because you're just going to pay for the shipping freight. Now, there are some people who are hung up with, if they were to ship their vehicle, that in the rare event that vehicle is damaged in transit, because then they're out of cost for the trip, the modifications, plus they have to deal with insurance and making their vehicle whole again from said unlikely and rare damage that could occur in transit. But hey, we're here for you guys. Message us, me, Travis, if you have some questions about any of the stuff that we did, or services, or things that we're going to do. And I think this is going to close out those videos for Race Car Side Hustle of our West Virginia build trip. And hit the like button down below. Comment your thoughts. And if it's your first time here, why don't you think of subscribing? And I'll see you guys later.
Use the speed axe.